Hey everyone, I am your astrologer Wonder Girl, taking you to new heights. This is your forecast for the new moon in Sagittarius happening on November 26th, 2019 at 10:04 a.m. Eastern Time or 7:04 a.m. Pacific Time. What I think this new moon in Sagittarius is really all about is about finally stepping into some major new chapters in our life. These are new chapters that we've been working on trying to manifest, especially since April 2019, but possibly even longer. I'm talking years and decades longer. We've been trying to overcome a lot of stuff going on in our life. We've been working on it so hard, and it's finally here, new times. And now that we're in new times, this new moon in Sagittarius, we can more effectively heal from the past and start to build something more solid in our life for the future that can take us very far. So that's what I'm going to talk about in this video. If you're interested in that, please stay tuned. Before I get started though, I would just like to let you know that I do more videos than just my new moon and full moon videos, which you can find on YouTube. I do videos every single day on the astrology, every single week, and I also do videos every single month as well about what's going on there. And they're not short videos either. They're actually decently long. I mean, you see how long I go on YouTube. So if you want to get more inspiration and insight from me, please check out those videos on my website, www.wondergirlastrology.com, or sign up to become a member and get access to those things every single day. So that's what we've got going on there. Now for your horoscope, without further delay, this new moon. I always like to start my horoscopes, I place it on the chart just so you can follow along with me and understand how I come up with these things. Where the new moon in Sagittarius is going to be right here. How do I know it's new moon? Because we got the moon and the sun together in the same sign at the same degrees, in this case 4 degrees Sagittarius. What are new moons all about? Well, new moons are all about new beginnings, fresh starts, fresh energy. What are we beginning? Well, this is kind of interesting. We've got a new moon in Sagittarius. To me, Sagittarius is the sign of new things in a lot of ways. We've got a new moon in the sign of something new. So this can make this like a superpowered new beginning. If it's not just new things, a new beginning in our life to bring in new, fresh energy. Sagittarius also has a lot to do with travel and adventure as well. So this could be a new beginning in our lives that welcomes more adventure to it as well. If it's not just about adventure, Sagittarius also has a lot to do with faith, optimism, hope. I think it's a very optimistic and lucky sign, being naturally ruled by Jupiter, the planet of good luck and expansion. So this can also not just herald like a new beginning in our lives that we've been working on to welcome new chapters and new situations and new adventures, but this can also bring like a new beginning in our life that restores our hope and our faith and our optimism about what is to come. So I like that a lot. The other interpretation that I can give you as well for Sagittarius also has a lot to do with learning, wisdom, higher understanding, our belief systems. That also falls into Sagittarius. So if it's not just a new beginning, I say just as if this is a small thing. It's not just a new beginning in our life to experience new, fresh energy, new adventures, more optimistic, more hopeful, but this could also be the ushering in of major new belief systems as well, where we start to understand our life, our past, and what's next in our life in very, very different ways that I like to think are better and more beneficial to us. Okay, so that's what to me this new moon is all about. For those of you who have watched me for quite some time, you know that I always do like to connect a lot of things that are going on in the astrology, especially the new moons and the full moons, back to larger events, larger trends and themes, and to put it in context. So if I were to take all of that information that I just shared with you about the new moon and about Sagittarius and put it in context, I always do bring it back to the Saturn-Pluto conjunction, which is currently occurring. It started in April 2019, but isn't going to complete until January of 2020, which is very, very soon. And this alignment happens about once every 35 years. So if I wanted to take the new moon in Sagittarius and put it in context of that, what I can say about the Saturn and Pluto is that in between April of this past year, 2019, and January 2020, which is like a month or two from now, we have been trying to finally and officially really overcome a lot of old, hard things, bad habits, karmic patterns, bad experiences in our life that either we did not like or have just simply grown stale. Maybe they were fine, we just don't like them anymore. We've been trying to do that. It's been hard to do it since April 2019 and possibly even longer, overcome old habits and patterns in our life and set us up for new things. It's been hard. It's possibly been uncomfortable. There's been lots of roadblocks, and this new moon in Sagittarius is saying, don't want to say this, the roadblocks are done. The hardship is done. A lot of the hard work is done. You did a lot of that. Not a lot of it. You did almost all of it. I would probably say, don't want to put a number on it, at least 90% of it. You did a lot of the hard work. You did a lot of the hardship. This new moon in Sagittarius is now saying, especially as Jupiter is about to move into Capricorn, is saying now is the time to enjoy the spoils, to enjoy the results of your hard work that it is that you have done, and to finally see new chapters, a new and better life direction as well, finally manifest that can take you forward with a different set of beliefs now to support your new and different circumstances in more positive ways. So that's what I'm going to say. Now we're on the final countdown here to the Saturn and Pluto conjunction, and we're starting to see a new and better life manifest that we've been working on. That's positive. That's going to propel us forward and be with us for quite some time. Like the things that we're doing now in our life that are new and different are the things that are going to set us up for the next 30, 35 years of our life, and take us further, that we're going to build on and explore and be working with. Now, if I wanted to talk now, not so much about the big context, which I just gave you with the Saturn and Pluto, if I want to talk more about the details of this specific new moon, I'm going to look at the aspects that the new moon is making. Perhaps which one do I want to go with first? Perhaps the one I'll go with first is the new moon here making a trine over here to Chiron and Aries, right? So this is a bit of an uncomfortable alignment. Chiron a lot of times brings up our fears and insecurities that could occur, and the trine in this case doesn't necessarily make that any easier. So what's going on here is that we're finally stepping into a new life that we've been working on for quite some time, free of karma, free of hardship, with more excitement, more adventure, more blessings to come. You know, Sagittarius to me being the sign of what? Religion, being the sign of, what else? Santa Claus. Do I want to put Santa Claus into this? I think there's a lot of like blessings that are coming. And as we're stepping into new beliefs, new blessings, new experiences in our life, the trine to Chiron, we could still be feeling uncomfortable. This is Aries though. So this is not someone else doing something uncomfortable to you per se, unless maybe you've got Aries in the 7th house or something of that sort. This is us feeling uncomfortable. We're uncomfortable because this life that we're stepping into is so new, and we don't know what that means for our identity now. Or we're uncomfortable because we're stepping into a new life, and not only is it going to require a new identity, but it's also going to require a new response from us to do things differently. So we're excited about this new life that we've been working so hard to manifest, but we're equally insecure and worried about who we're going to be and how we're going to do things moving forward. In addition to that alignment, this new moon is not just making a trine to Chiron, it's also making a quincunx to Uranus and Taurus. So in addition to us, sure, excited about our new life, finally, but scared and unsure of how to do things moving forward, there could also be part of us with the Uranus and Taurus that doesn't feel quite as confident or quite as stable and secure in this new life as we want to be. We're getting there. We tried to get there. The full moon in Taurus, the last video I did on YouTube, we're trying to get there, but there's still more that hasn't fallen into place. So this new moon, to me, is a very, very good thing, but does come with some conflicting emotions about how we're going to own up to this new life, step into it, be a new person, and build a newfound sense of confidence and stability with it. Okay, even though these are hard alignments, and in my opinion, they're not hard alignments that other people are doing to you. These are hard alignments that we're feeling ourselves. So this is like we're stepping into a very new, beautiful beginning, but there's something about ourselves with us that we're uncomfortable about. That's going on. So I think that's what's going on. Even though there is this thing, beautiful new beginning, we're uncomfortable, insecure, unstable. There is an opportunity with Chiron Chiron brings hurt feelings, but Chiron can also bring healing. There is a real opportunity as well to get the healing. Now that we're in a new and different space in our life that we've been working so hard to create, I mean, this isn't a surprise for us to be here. Especially if not, if you've been following a lot of my videos, I've been telling you for months, like, we're trying to change your life for the better, for the better, for the better. You know, this isn't a surprise for us to get here to the end of the year and realize, oh, my life is different. I've been working so hard to make it different. So to me, because we're now seeing new chapters in our life manifest that we've consciously been creating, that we've been working to make manifest, I think that even though this is an uncomfortable alignment, Trine Chiron, quincunx to Uranus, that perhaps in this case of the new moon in Sagittarius, it can actually work to our advantage. And what can happen is that, sure, we can feel insecure and unstable for a second, but we could also, somewhere around this new moon or in the days following, realize, you know what? I've been working so hard to create this. I've been so scared for so long about my old life, about my new life, about what I want, about what's next. This is a beautiful thing. And we could start to heal. We could say, now that I'm in a better place than I've ever been, now, do I want to say, especially with Neptune going direct, around the time of this new moon, we can say, now my soul can speak. Now I can let my guard down a bit. Now I can have fun again. Now I can let myself out to play. Now I can stop hiding myself and my desires and my needs and being so confused. Now that I'm in a better place, I've been working so hard to create. Maybe it felt uncomfortable in the past, but now I can overcome the uncomfortable feelings and heal and step into this thing with more clarity and certainty and more peace. So maybe that's how I'll interpret at least these alignments for right now, is that typically new moon, Trine Chiron, sometimes our planets Trine Chiron can bring uncomfortable feelings, but because we've been working so long to make this new beginning that's now finally here manifest, I think this new moon in Sagittarius and in the following days after is all about us getting a handle on the fears and insecurities and owning up to our new life and creating it and a new life in a more authentic way that we can feel more free and that feels more stable and secure. I think that's what it's about. New life we've been working on, been insecure, been frustrated. Now we're getting a handle on it. We're accepting our new life. And now that we're in the new, we're healing and moving forward. Really pretty. Well, don't want to say really pretty with the Trine to Chiron. A good thing, I'll say. All right, at the time that's going on, we also do have Mars in Scorpio coming off of an opposition here to Uranus and Taurus. This is another thing I like, just because Mars does tend to function well in Scorpio. So to me, this is another alignment that is really helping us say, you know what? I've been working so hard to create my new life. It's finally here. It's finally here. I've been insecure about it in the past, but I gotta face my insecurities and I gotta be okay with it and I gotta heal. And now that we're healing, starting to heal in this new space with this new life that we're working to create, Mars opposite Uranus, now we're saying, you know what? Now that I'm starting to heal in this new space, let me do things, Mars, that I really want. Do more things that are really true to me, that are really meaningful to me, that really get me deeply. And let me, opposite Uranus, break free from anything that I don't want, anything that doesn't work for me. I'm now in this new life. I'm now in a better space. I don't want all these bad things in my new space. I don't want all these things in the past cramping my new style. I don't want them cramping my new style. Let me just get rid of them. Let me just get rid of them. Break free from them. Uranus is a restless kind of energy. It's an unpredictable kind of energy. It can bring sudden and unexpected events up. Again, either that you could do or someone else could do with you. Do to you, perhaps. How do I feel with this alignment? Because Scorpio does have a lot to do with relationships. But this is us breaking free from old things that are cramping our new style, that are preventing us from creating a life that it is that we really want. And perhaps we could get an insight suddenly or unexpectedly around this new moon where we realize, oh my gosh, I didn't realize this was part of the thing that needed to go. This is part of the thing that was bad, that was cramping my style, that was preventing me. I need to get rid of this. I need to bring this in. I need to do this thing. So there's a lot of that that's going around at this new moon in Sagittarius. I want my new life to manifest because I've been working for it so hard. Not do I want it, just want it to manifest. It's finally here. And now how can I make this new life the best it can be without all this junk? without all this junk, and with a bunch of other things that I actually really do like. And I think the Mars opposite Uranus is giving us the drive and the power and the grit in order to buckle down on some things that have been hard. Again, heal a lot of that, and overcome and move forward. And possibly I should say as well, just because again, Scorpio is a relationship sign, this could possibly also be working a lot of stuff out with relationships too at this new moon, to say, you know what, I'm uncomfortable about this new life, but in order for me to step into my new life, I got to fix a relationship thing. I got to break free from a relationship thing. I got to rearrange a relationship thing, so that with Venus just moved into Capricorn, I can start to build my life, build my relationships, build my self-worth on a more solid foundation that's more reliable, that I can count on, that I don't have to worry if it's going to back out or screw me over. Or, you know, there's this sense of, at this new moon in Sagittarius, like I gotta embark on a new journey that I've been working on. I have to be okay with it. I have to be okay with it. And I should be okay with it, because this is what I've wanted and this is much better. And now that I'm on this new journey, not only do I need to be okay with it, but I have time to heal. And this healing is helping me not only break free from old situations that I don't like, that are still lingering around, but to create even better ones and to move forward in that, and to re-envision even more my relationships in ways that are no karma, and the ways that I can count on, that I like, that work, that will stand the test of time. Because we've done the karma stuff, we've done the up and down, we've done the problems with people, we've done the emotional problems, like we've done that for the past few months and possibly even years. And so there's a lot of this new moon saying, now that I don't want to say it's quite a clean slate, but there's a part of us that's like, now that I'm stepping into a new place where I feel more healed from all my old stuff, and now that I'm trying to make it the best that I can be, I want to make sure that I only associate with people, places, and things that are going to support my value and support my worth, that I know I can trust, and that I know are going to be there for me when I need them to be there for me. So I think there's that kind of vibe. Do I think that that's going to be an easy thing to happen all at once? Maybe that's the thing. Because with Mars and in your opposite Uranus, I do feel like that's going to be more or less, I don't know if I want to, do I want to say an easy thing to create? We could get an unexpected insight that helps us to break free from situations that are not good for us, so that we can focus on situations now that are good for us, that will last. But even though I like to think that we're now starting to focus more on situations that are good for us and that will last, Venus in Capricorn, even though it's conjunct Jupiter, is still in a square with Chiron. So even though we're in our new life, free from karma, we're healing, creating better situations now for a future that are more stable and secure, that can last the test of time, that we can rely and depend on, either with ourselves or with relationships, possibly with money, with Venus too, and with Scorpio, better situations we can rely on. There's still part of us with Venus square Chiron that's saying, yeah, sure, I'm seeing now the promise of a better life, a more stable life, a better direction that's more clear, that I can depend on, but still, am I going to screw it up? Am I going to screw up the security? Or in order for me to get the newfound security in this different space, away from all this karma, maybe I have to not do some things that I was going to do or that I used to do. So I don't want to give the impression that this new moon is a mixed bag. I don't want to give the impression, because I like this new moon. I feel like I say that a lot. I like most new moons and full moons. The trend is positive. I think the universe, God, has our best interests in mind. So I do tend towards thinking things are positive. I don't want to give the impression that this new moon is a mixed bag. I think this new moon is overwhelmingly a good thing, helping us to step into new chapters, heal, and create even better chapters from our life here on out that are more solid, even if we don't feel all there right now, and that can put our life in a better direction. But I think even though all of that is downloading into our awareness, Neptune direct, to me, with the Venus in Capricorn square Chiron, especially with Venus at the beginning degrees of Capricorn, when we have a solar eclipse in Capricorn coming next month, and when we've got a bunch of planets like the sun, the moon, Mercury, Mars that have not yet quite made it to Capricorn, Jupiter not quite made it to Capricorn, there is this feeling of like we're getting downloads about a new, better, stable life, breaking free from old things, exciting things happening, healing. But even though we're getting those insights, it's almost like the actual life direction, the actual solidity, the actual surety of the stuff that we're understanding still needs more time to be created. But it's a different thing that we're creating now. At this new moon in Sagittarius, we're not overcoming karma to try to maybe create a new life. We're in the new life. What we're creating now is the my language is going to get weird, the furtherance of a new life. What we're creating now is the solidity of the new life. What we're creating now is the new life to give that more form and more shape that will be with us for real, and that won't disappear and won't dissolve right before our eyes. So it's no longer, I have to create a new life. It's like we've already created the new life. Now we have to make the new life the most solid and the best it can be. And that's the thing that we're getting downloads for now, extremely positive, but that isn't here yet. That's uncomfortable. It's not, I'm still stuck in old karma. I'm still stuck in relationship drama, money drama, people drama. You know, maybe we're still tying up a few things like that, but for the most part, I think that's over. To me, the thing now is, how do I take all this new stuff that's in my lap that maybe I'm still not finished bringing new stuff in? How do I take all this new stuff and how do I make it built to last, make it really lasting, make it good, make it for real, make it bigger, better than what I have now? That's going to take longer to occur until Capricorn season, the solar eclipse there, possibly even a bit longer into Saturn and Pluto in next year. So that's what I would see. Yeah, unexpected realizations, but it's the building now, making the new more real and solid. That's going to take time. Okay. Anything else that I want to say here? Because I think I fit a whole bunch of stuff in that what married a bunch of other aspects all together without specifically mentioning them. So now I'm like, I have to backtrack to show you my work, so to speak. But what else is going on? The other alignments that are happening. Where do I want to start? Mercury. I'll start with Mercury. Mercury's direct. It went direct about a week or so, came out of retrograde, a very positive thing, making a trine to Neptune at the time of this new moon, which is also going direct. So again, this is breaking through illusions, breaking through confusion, getting insights, clarity, more and more and more about your life, about your past, about what it all means, about your soul, about what you want, about how you can move forward. So this to me is another confirmation saying that new times are here to help us heal, to help us move forward, to help us understand our soul, to help us create better situations for ourselves that I really like. And maybe even to have positive conversations too with other people, especially with Mercury being in Scorpio, about what our needs are and about how those can get met in a new and different way. I like it. If I had to maybe make a more coherent relationship statement than the one that I've been making so far, I definitely feel as though we're, because I'm like, I don't think relationships, do I want to think relationships are causing problems at this new moon? I for some reason, like intuitively, I just don't want to think that, because we've got Mars now in Scorpio, relationship sign where it likes to be. We have Mercury now in Scorpio, also relationship sign where it's direct, making a positive alignment to Neptune, which is also direct. And even though Venus is in a square to Chiron, it's in a conjunction to Jupiter. So in my opinion, this is not about relationships giving us problems. Like, this isn't it. It's not about, to me, the problem that's going on at the new moon, because I feel like there's always a conflict somewhere. Conflicts equal growth. There's always some kind of stressful alignment. The conflicts to me is not like people giving us hell. And the conflict to me is not like outside circumstances weighing down on us, preventing us from doing the things we want to do. The conflict now to me is formulating the new and bringing everything together, relationships and money, in service of the new in more stable ways. And so to me, the biggest problem, I would say, the new moon in Sagittarius is not arguments. This is not argument fighting with people energy like maybe we had in Libra season. This is not that, or in Leo season even, like a lot of this year. This to me is not relationship argument time. This is people saying, okay, we had our relationship argument time earlier this year. We had our conflict earlier this year. This is you saying, and this is other people saying, I realize something's got to give. I realize something's got to change. I realize something's got to be new and different. I realize that based on our conflict in the past. Maybe it's hard to go in this new direction in my life and with relationships in a way that is more serious and that is more lasting, but I get it and I know we need to go there. Let's have the conversations in order to understand each other more fully and figure this out, even if it takes more time. So I feel like there's a bit of that's going on right now at this new moon. We know new chapters are coming in. We're a little bit uncertain about the new, but we're embracing it. Relationships aren't fighting us. They get that new things also need to happen. They're coming with us, even if maybe they're unsure of how to move forward or feeling a little bit confined by this new and different direction that doesn't feel quite gelled yet, quite sticky, but they're doing it. They're doing it and we're working it out, and we're going to get there as the solar eclipse moves on. And Jupiter at the last degrees of Sagittarius, I think, is helping us to smooth things over, to give us the luck and the boost that it is that we need to bring everything together with people, with relationships, with money, with our own selves in a way that is less stressful, where people aren't fighting. So I think there are a lot of good things that are going on here. And I think that's the alignments, right, that I wanted to mention. Mars, Trine North Node. Yeah, maybe those are all the ones that I'll mention right now. And what I'll do is I'll read the Sabian. I've been liking the inside degrees. I like the Sabian too. So I'll read some of those and then I'll pull a card. The inside degrees for this new moon in Sagittarius, I personally liked 5 degrees Sag and not 4 degrees. Really talked about which one, let me see, I'm trying to figure out how I want to read this. It says, I'll just read it. Living simultaneously in the past, present, and future, but with all 3 time frequencies held away. Living inside the subconscious mind of virtually no outlet. Down inside, something extraordinary is happening. So maybe this confirms a lot of the things that I said. I think we're feeling good. I think we're feeling good about this new space. We're healing. We're excited. We're working things out with relationships, with people, with less of the fighting, to get what we want, to break free from old habits, to figure out our money, to move forward, to build a better life that's more stable and secure and lasting on it. But even though we're taking the past into the future in better ways, and the present is tying it all together, there is, I don't know, I still just feel like more time until it feels complete, more time needed until everything feels super solid and real. But what's going on right now is happening inside us and is powerful. Part of the next part of 5 degrees Sagittarius, the inside degrees, is it says, free from the glare of any form of overt reflection, so free from perhaps the karma of the past year and earlier. We are gestating, healing, and making ourselves ready for the infinite unknown to pop or hatch. Dreaming into the void. We're liberated to conceive the inconceivable and to renew our tangled and damaged roots. This new moon in Sagittarius, even though we want to build a future which is real and lasting and can get us to where we want to go, and even though we're thinking about it, we're having conversations with ourselves and other people about our soul and what we need to create this new life, it's not about the actual creation of the new life. It's about letting it work within us to heal, to get excited about what's next, to make ourselves ready for what's to come, for what we're about to build all of next year that we're getting very, very close to. and to renew ourselves, which is the most important thing. Another degree I want to read is actually going to be 4 degrees Sagittarius, but this time the Sabian symbol. And that one is also very positive. It says, it's the conditions under which a resolution of conflict can be assured. So this is another confirmation to me. This new moon is not about conflict with people. This is not about fighting with people. It's not about fighting with yourself. It's about dropping the hardship, dropping the fighting, dropping that, renewing your inner sense, your inner soul, about what your life could be and what's next, and getting up your energy in order to create something really beautiful and really powerful all of next year that will start to happen. Okay, another part of the Sabian symbol also says, superior powers assist during crises of growth. Some more evolved power and intelligence watches, encourages, and gives examples to be followed. Especially with Jupiter. Jupiter to me is like a benefic person, a benefic thing watching over us. Jupiter at the last degrees of Sagittarius is watching over us to make sure that now we're finally on the right journey, in the right way, getting excited. The 4 degrees Sabian symbol also says it's like a little child learning to walk with the encouragement of their parents, trying to overcome gravity, hard experiences, and use it to your advantage. So I like this new moon in Sagittarius. Positive opportunities for healing now that we're in a safer space, and for breaking free from old things, smoothing things out with people, and building the new. It's just building the new and seeing it really happen in a real way. It's still going to need more time, but I'm talking like a month or 2 more time. And we're being given a safe space for all of that to occur. Now your card for the new moon is the sun upright. How cool is that? The sun to me, I think of this as a Leo card, but also to me has a lot to do with fire signs, which is what Sagittarius is. So to me, this new moon, again, it's not so much the best for building the new life in ways that can last, but it's a time for loving your new life, bringing your joy back, bringing your heart back, experiencing life from a much different, better, more childlike, more carefree kind of place. Use the new moon in Sagittarius in order to do that. The bottom of the deck is the Ace of Wands reversed. So this to me indicates so many promises at this new moon to be more excited, to love your life more, but maybe we're still stuck on old things that didn't work, and maybe we're still struggling to accept new passions and accept new adventures. And to me, this card is saying, accept your new life. Throw yourself into new adventures because you're going to like it. It's going to be okay. You're going to be caught. You're going to be caught by a loving parent, you know, helping you to walk. Like, embrace the new, because it's going to be fun, and it's going to usher in a totally new experience and feeling of your life that will be very useful and very positive, exciting in the future. So that is your forecast for the new moon in Sagittarius. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please like it on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, check out my website, and I will talk to you later.